You know, it's a lovely day in Mr. Dave's neighborhood. There's things going on. Garages are being opened. There's a tractor in the driveway over there. That's the preacher's house. Mr. Preacher, John G. Preacher. He attracts all kinds of people to his house because he's quite a guy. There's Mr. Bill. Mr. Bill over there, he's the owner of the local taco place. You see, there's so much excitement going on over here. There's so much going on that we need to discuss, you know? It happens to be garbage day, and the garbage trucks are coming from Washington, D.C. There's a whole cadre of garbage trucks that are coming out, going to help clean the neighborhood. You know, it was just a month ago that the Great Squirrel Rebellion took place here. That's right, the squirrel farm, which is like 4 or 5 miles down the road, they escaped. Every one of them. There were 6,000 of them, 6,000 squirrels, and people were afraid for their life, and they all showed up over here. I don't know what the attraction was here. I think the squirrels get mad because certain people videotape them, and they're very private, you know. So this is a very suburban area, you know. It's like if you look up suburbia in Wikipedia, okay, this is what you're going to look. The picture, the whole layout is right there, you know. We got people from all walks of life and all nationalities. We got cars, we got four-wheel vehicles, you know. It's an envious place. When I tell people that I'm from Iowa, you know, they say, you know, stay away. Go over there. Sit down over there. You know, which I don't understand that. I really don't understand why they say such a thing. There are houses that there's nobody in the house, okay? Hence they got big yellow bags on top of their mailbox. I don't know what that's about. It might be a violation of some code, some community code, you know? And now, you will notice also that the grass is it's suffering a little bit, and that's because, you know, what can I tell you? You know, people tried making their own water in their basements. You know, they tried making the water. They got all the ingredients to make water, and it was a total failure. Hence, you got a little bit brown grass. Brown grass is okay, but only if you're, let's say, from Jamaica, you know. You got a little hookah thing going. That's brown grass, okay? So, don't ask. Don't ask, don't tell. Anyway, this is just a little bit of the neighborhood. I wanted to give you an idea of where it's really, you know, I understand that the famous artists from France come over here to paint this neighborhood. You know, they stick like topless women in the canvas, and then they paint around it. You know, apparently it brings a lot of money. I have no idea why. Really, personally, what do I know? I'm just a peon, you know. I'm like a five-card stud poker player, you know, in a big game of life. I'm not privy to anything. I don't know anything. You know, people stuck a meter on my brain. They say, this guy, he doesn't know anything. I mean, they said it's very rare, you know, but you're very rare. Okay, there we go. A little bit of the local neighborhood. Now we come to the local library. This is the branch. You'll see there are a lot of trees here too, so, you know, this is the branch right across from the branches. These are older homes. They've been here a while. But anyway, this is the local library, all right, where this library is well known. In fact, it's also a branch of the Library of Congress. And it's well known because they got books in every conceivable language, okay? They got American, they got Southern American, they got Northern American, New York, you know? They also have Midwestern American, okay? So, you know, you go in here, you find these books in all different types of languages. So maybe you should visit it, okay? There are the hours right there, okay? Now they call this the square. Guess why? Okay, you'll never guess, okay? Because there's 4 sides to it, okay? So some genius, I don't know, maybe the guy was from Spain too, I don't know. You know, he called it a square. Let's call this a square, okay? All right, there's that little gazebo thing over there. That's where they have the weddings, okay? They'll do any wedding, you know? Anybody that says, all you got to do is say I love you to someone else, you can have your wedding done right there, okay? They charge an arm and a leg. You know, seriously, you know, it's like, I don't know, 10 grand. 10 grand for a couple hours, all right? So, that's the square. I'm glad you stopped by to look at the square. Oh, that's the local entertainment right there. That building right there, it says Cafe. It says Cafe Paradiso over there. That's the entertainment place. It sucks. Believe me, save your money, don't go there, okay? Watch an old John Travolta movie instead, really. Now this is the commercial area of our little place over here, little part of the woods, so to speak. You know, this is like the commercial street. There's not much going on here. You know, it's not like Miami, or it's not like, let's say, Fort Lauderdale. You know, it's just got a few places. There's a local taco place. You know, it's not very good. Okay, it's not very good. Taco John. Okay, and then you got the Subway. You got the video place coming up. You know, it's not very exciting. They don't have any parades here really to speak of. Sometimes, you know, they get some walruses from the local SeaWorld, come over here and they'll clap their hands, they'll clap their fins. You know, it's an odd place. It was founded by odd people. You know, all from Sweden. I don't know what happened. Some wires got disconnected. You know, the food is not good here. There's the Pizza Ranch. Go figure. Took one walk in there, then took one look, and forget about it. You know, that's it. Okay, the local Burger King. That's always exciting. You know. So okay. Oh, one other thing here. Here's the Mecca of Fairfield, where everybody comes to this place. Okay, that's called Hy-Vee. It's the grocery store. I myself hang out there. You know, me and the other comedians, we talk about the old days in Des Moines, you know, and the shows that we did, the stand-up routines that we did, you know. So that's that joint over there. Maybe we'll take some shots inside. Maybe we can sneak some shots, okay? Well, this is a beautiful cafeteria area over here at Hy-Vee. They let anybody in, anybody that got cash. All you need is American SPAC holders, okay? And they'll let you in over here. Yeah, my friends, I don't know if you can see them through the foliage. Those folks over there at the cashier stand. Hello, my friends. I don't want to go up and bother them, no. Leave them alone. And there's the nicely stacked whatever they got over there, like fruit. You know, personally, I don't eat fruit. But they got all kinds of stuff. Now, this cheese is imported from all over the world, okay? Mostly from Africa. Okay. What? That's not true? There's a lot of it from South Africa. They got Goudas, they got, you know, Swiss, they got... What? Come on, get out of here. Here's my friend Josh, you know, he knows all about cheese. He's a cheese maestro. This guy knows more about cheese than you know, Clarabelle the cow, okay? Get out of here, come on. All right, there you go. There's the variety. You know, everyone wants to see this, okay? Everyone. Oh, over here, let's see what we got over here. Josh, thank you. All right, let's see what we got here. Okay, we got all kinds of stuff, baked goods. Personally, I don't need that stuff. But over here, we got, look at this, look at this, look at this. The display, the art is unbelievable. Unbelievable what's happening over here, okay? Look, it's an empty shelf. It's an empty shelf. Oh, there's the boss right there. Okay, the boss lady. Then she cracks a whip. Of course, it's covered in fudge, so people don't mind the whip. You know, they can actually taste the whip, you know? Am I right? Yeah, so it's unbelievable. I don't know, I'm just playing around over here. Lots of cakes. There's a cake Oh, look what's going down right over here. Miss Brenda is making what looks like, I don't know, blue. That's if you know, you need like an Advil or something. Who can look at that blue for long? I mean, come on. Look at that blue. And these are the white ones. You know, I just hope somebody doesn't shout discrimination, all white. You know what I'm saying? There should be some... All right? We need some of that, the variety. After all, this is America, Crystal, right? All right. Now let's go over here. This lady runs the whole show. She's in charge of everything, okay? She's soft and fluffy, just like this bread over here. All right?
You're calling me fat.
I'm calling you fluffy. I don't know. I'm going to say, you know, all right, so you have to change your sheets once in a while. It's okay. You're funny.
You're silly.
That's my good friend Stephanie. She's in charge of this whole area, this whole big area over here. You know, they wanted to make her in charge of the lobsters too, but she says it's not in my contract. No seafood. All breads. Oh, look at all these breads. Okay, Stephanie, you've been less than helpful. I do.